Are you listening? Damn.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Peak Podcast, a source of information, tools, tips, skills, lessons, stories, and mindset to help you reach your peak and beyond in fitness, relationships, your career, and so much more. Let's do this. Hello and welcome to episode 56 of the Peak Podcast. Marco Augusto back with you again. And this episode is all about using training to develop a strong mindset. So, physical attributes are obviously the things that are most talked about and most easily measured when it comes to training, right? Obviously, lose weight, gain strength, gain muscle, all of these things are pretty easily measured with the scales, how much weight is on the bar, DEXA scans, body composition scans, all of these things. Clothing size, right? It's a super simple way to measure a change physically, okay? And we obviously want for a physical change to happen, right? This is a sign of progress. But the training can also just be used to make us feel better, right? To make us, give us more energy, right? Those things are actually hard to measure, but still important for our day-to-day life. What I've found as well through my story is that the training is a great way to shift our mindset, right? It can give us a stronger mindset. So how can training help, right? How can training help with a stronger mindset? And the way that I've found it is that training shifts our frame of reference, okay? So you and I have a particular frame of reference, basically the way that we see the world, right? Sometimes we see athletes, we may see someone achieve some amazing things and we think to ourselves, we couldn't do that, right? Oh, that seems impossible. Because that's our frame of reference. Now, for that person who is achieving that, that might be a build-up of 20 years. They may have shifted their frame of reference over 10, 20 years. And they may have been like us. They may think, okay, there's no way I could do that. But over time, basically, our day-to-day life is filled with the normal, right? The usual. And if we don't make an effort to get uncomfortable, if we don't make an effort to challenge ourselves, then small things in our day-to-day life really throw off our energy, can really bring us down, okay? Like the air conditioning not working, right? Something wrong with the TV, your phone playing up, someone cutting us off in traffic. You see this all the time where someone cuts you off in traffic, someone cuts a person off in traffic or something like the air conditioner not working, and people flip out, right? They lose the plot. They get so angry over this small thing. Well, why? It's because their day-to-day life, there is no challenge, there is no difficulty. So a small event, what is relatively a small event, is a big deal to them. Now, training can shift our frame of reference because it is challenging, right? Training pushes us outside of our comfort zone, right? Training pushes us to an area where we're not sure we can finish, where we think about quitting, right? Where we're feeling this level of pain that we haven't felt before, and we have to make a decision. Now, firstly, I don't think that we should be training to a point where we are absolutely pushing it all the time, right? You definitely need to build up to that. I don't think that's not what I'm saying here, but we do need to push it now and then, right? I actually think like once a week you should try and push your training a bit. Once every 2 weeks you should kind of push it a little bit, where you get into this zone where you're really hurting. A classic is doing a 20 rep squat, where you get to rep 10 and you're already cooked and you've got another 10 to go, right? That's where you have to make a decision. Am I going to finish this? Am I going to quit? Or am I going to push through? And when we overcome those difficult things, when we push ourselves, when we challenge ourselves and don't quit, all of a sudden, everything seems easier, right? We've shifted our frame of reference, right? So now, instead of being stressed at work, our thought is, well, it's not as bad as training this morning. Training this morning was nasty. This is a little challenge. This is a little speed hump, right? Nothing. And this is what training can do, right? It gives us a different perspective, right? All of a sudden, things that seemed hard before seem easy in comparison to this thing that we do each day, or really this time in our life where we push ourselves once a week or once every 2 weeks, where we really push it and see what we're made of. Everything else seems easy in comparison. And then what this does is it poses the question to ourselves, well, what more can I do? And then we start seeking bigger challenges, right? Then we start thinking, I reckon I could do a half marathon. I think I could do a triathlon. And all of a sudden we are shifting our frame of reference even more. Right? When you've been through really difficult things, really challenging things, and not given up, then everything else is going to seem pretty easy in comparison. And this is how we develop a strong mindset. This is how training helps us to develop a strong mindset. This is how we shift our frame of reference, okay? So yes, the training obviously helps with the physical, right? That's been talked about forever. But the shift in our mindset, developing a strong mindset, training is invaluable for doing that. And that is another reason why we should train. Again, I don't think you should push it every session, but once a week or once every 2 weeks, I think you should really push the limit and see how far you can go. Challenge yourself. What are you made of? Everything seems easier in comparison afterwards. That's it. That's all I want to talk about. How training can develop a strong mindset. Episode 56 of the Peak Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review, 5-star rating. If you didn't, that's cool too. Let me know how I can improve. I appreciate all the feedback. All right, guys. Until next time, be strong for life. Marco, out.